Hey guys, how is everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. Wow, it's been a couple of weeks, hasn't it, since I talked to you guys? Wow, well, I'm just gonna tell y'all, Granna just been trying to handle some health things and trying to get myself back 100%, and it's just been crazy. It's been draining trying to deal with. I had a sinus infection, bad sinus infection, and trying to deal with that and just keeping up my normal routine. And when I added on trying to stay active with the sinus infection and taking all this medication, I was just drained. I had no energy whatsoever, none. I just, oh my God. I don't normally get sinus infection. I don't normally have anything going on with my sinus, but it just seems like the older I get, the more issues that start happening. I'm like 61 years old. I ain't never had no issues with sinus. And within this last year, I done had like 3 sinus infections. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I was just like, just was not in the mood. I didn't want to come on here talking to you guys, looking all crazy and all that. So I'm hoping I'm like at the end of that situation and kind of got that under control. I tell you, it's I already hate going to the doctors and dealing with doctors and stuff like that, because it seems like every time I go to the doctor, it's they find something. It's like when you take your car in for service. Every time you take your car in, you may be taking it in to get an oil change or to get a plain little tune up, and they start coming out with lists of stuff. This is going on, brakes and this and that and all that. It's the same thing when it comes to going to the doctor. Every freaking time I go, I'm going there thinking, hey, I'm just having a routine checkup. Now, this is with my primary doctor. I'm having a routine checkup, and he come back and he's like, well, your blood work said this, your blood work said that, and this. And I'm like, oh, the hell, what is going on? So when I did go to the doctor with the sinus and all that, I had did blood work like a week or two before, and he was like, well, everything looks pretty good except for your vitamin D. Your vitamin D is extremely low. So are you still taking your multivitamin? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, well, it's extremely low, so I'm going to put you on these 5,000 milligrams of vitamin D pills that you only take 1 a week. And he only gave me 4 weeks, so you take 1 a week. And I'm like, damn, 1 pill a week? Those must be some strong-ass pills. But anyway, I did that, got that pill. He always talking to me about my weight, man, and I be getting pissed. I be going off on this doctor. I'd be like, dude, you don't understand. I be doing the gym. I'm constantly walking. I'm constantly drinking water. I've cut out red meat. I be doing everything you tell me to do to try to get this weight down to where, I'm comfortable with it and where he feel like it need to be. Because, it's just crazy, So he was like, well, yeah, you really need to get this weight under control and do this. And I had been seeing on like social media and all this stuff where they got all these different, now they're using the diabetic shot to help people with weight loss, right? Okay. So he was talking to me about that and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't want to do that, because I told him, I actually have researched it, and it's a lot of side effects. And it's medicine is made for people, that's a diabetic and stuff. And I don't want to do that. So I took the prescription. He wrote me a prescription anyway. I took the prescription. Of course, the insurance doesn't pay for it because it's not really considered medication for obese or weight loss or anything like that, even though people are paying hundreds of dollars to get this. And I mean, when I researched it, you have to be on this stuff at least 6 months or more to really get a good results from it with the weight loss. And and of course, like I said, talk about all the side effects and all that kind of stuff. And it's very expensive. The pharmacy don't even have it in. They say it's on back stock, back order. It's like a month behind because so many people are using it, and people that really need it can't even get it. So I was like, you know what, the hell with that. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking it. And the little pharmacy consultant girl, she was like, well, you know, Miss Wilson, you can call your insurance and see, because it does, he do have it on here that it's for obesity. I was like, huh? Because I didn't even read the whole prescription. He just gave it to me, and I'm like, cool, whatever. And I said, obesity. I said, so now he's saying I'm obese. I was like, damn. I was like, okay, all right, cool. She was like, well, you can call your insurance company and because there are different forms, and she wrote on the back like several different medications that's in this same group that's you know, supposed to help with obesity, even though they're designed to help with diabetics and all that. And she was like, when you call them, you know, just to give them these different, you know, things and see if any of them will be covered on your insurance and all that. And then she was joking with me, and she was like, well, Miss Wilson, you don't even like you obese. I was like, well, thank you, but hell, I guess that's what he thinks. That's what he said. I don't know, whatever. So no, I did not even call my insurance. I did not even you know, go that way, because I'm like, okay, what can I do myself to continue to help you know, with my weight loss? And I know I've always been told I'm big boned, which I never understood that shit either. I never understood that. But because, you know, growing up, I was always a tall, slim person. I was always slim and tall. And over time, you know, your metabolism slow down and all that. And you know, and my thing, as long as I'm healthy and I'm maintaining my lupus, maintaining my heart, and the other little things I got going on, cholesterol and, you know, and potassium and all this, as long as I can try to maintain those things, I'm good. And especially, you know, dealing with the lupus and my heart condition, because lupus runs in my family, and so does heart things. I mean, all my brothers and father, as far as I know, had severe heart issues and passed away from that issue. So I'm like, well, you know what, T, just concentrate on what you can concentrate on, work on what you can work on, continue, you know, to you know, stay active and moving your body, continue to drink your water, continue to try to eat as healthy as possible, and you know, watch your portions, and just, you know, pray about these things. You know, take your, you know, time to meditate, take your time to, you know, find out what your, you know, what your goal is, your ending goal, and focus on your ending goal, and just focus on being the best version of yourself that you can be. I mean, when I talk to Dad about it, because I do, you know, when your doctor's telling you these different things, you know, you stress about it a little bit. You start worrying about it. So when I talk to Dad about it, he don't care one way or the other. I don't even know if Dad would care if I was 150 pounds or 250 pounds. You know, his love and concern for me is still the same. He don't be wanting me to stress out over stuff like that. He was like, well, maybe it's just not meant, because he see all the things that I do, and he was like, maybe it's not meant for you to be back at where you were 10 years ago, or, you know, or whatever. He was like, just focus on the things you need to focus on. You know, you need to make sure you're controlling your lupus, and you're not getting that all out of shape and it's flaring up, because once that flare up, then I'm down for the count. And that's why when I'm looking at these different types of medication that, you know, I'm on, because all medication interact with other medication. No, because that's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to, you know, flare up my lupus, because that's another whole thing in itself. It's another whole thing in itself. So I want to try to just, you know, just do what I do. I try to do what the doctors say do, and I try to maintain, you know, what he say maintain. But I'm not going to do this this weekly shot, because it's very expensive. I don't want it to interact with anything going on with my lupus. I don't want it to interact with anything going on with my heart. And I'm just going to continue to try to do what I do, and just pray about it. And just, you know, try different things, try natural things, like I said, definitely cutting back on sodium and salt and stuff like that. I don't eat any red meat anyway, and if I do, it's been so long since I've eaten red meat, it usually doesn't sit right with my stomach. So I just rather not even deal with that either. So that's pretty much what Granna's been going through, just trying to get my mindset back into place, because sometimes when you're dealing with different issues that's going on with your health wise, and you're listening to things that your doctor may be saying, and you're doing everything you can to be as healthy as possible, it can get to be a little overwhelming and depressing. It can put you in a place where you don't want to be. And I'm not trying to be, because I know sometimes I be, my mind kind of get me in places where it don't need to be. And that ain't nothing but the devil. Every time I try to go forward and work on some things, the devil will throw in there like, girl, your doctor told you obese. So you you need to look at you. And I'd be like, devil, get off me, get out of my mind, get away from me. I am handling this right here, and I'm gonna be okay. So that's what's been going on with Granna. Granna just been trying to deal with the sinus and deal with the different things. And then I ain't even mentioned about the eye situation. I got a lot of stuff going on, and I just thank God every day, and I am so grateful that every day he gives me the strength to get through that day, and he gives me the strength to still be able to have a right state of mind, still be able to move these limbs and move this body around, and waking up and still being independent and being able to take care of myself. So all that's a blessing in itself. So all the other little stuff, I try not to sweat it, and I have to not let it get into my head, okay? But it's a lot. I could sit up here and talk to you guys all day about my health issues and stuff. But guys, just make sure you try to do everything you can to keep your body 100%, because I'm telling you, as the years start rolling on and coming on, then every year there's something different that come up. And I'm not saying this is for everybody. You got people out there 70, 80 years old, be like, wow, they be on it. I be like, wow, they 83, they 88. Whoa. But and it's useless to sit up and say, oh, I wish I was like them and all that. Everybody is built individually. Everybody has their own identity. So you can't compare your body or yourself with anybody else. You just need to do what you need to do for yourself and your body. And don't worry about what's going on with somebody else. If you see somebody that's 80-something years old and they seem like they good and not having any issues, and their body looking like, oh, wow, then cool. That's good. Happy for them. I'm glad. I'm trying to get to where they at, age-wise. I ain't trying to be them. I'm trying to, live to be around here as long as possible. So I just have to let all that other stuff go. But take care of yourself, guys. Do make sure you're drinking water, because it is good for you and it keeps you hydrated and it helps flushes out your body and all that. And try to eat right. And if you are on this journey of trying to lose weight and maintain your weight, just watch your portions. Definitely, like I said, cut out the sodium and the salt and cut it down. And, you season the way you want to season. I ain't trying to tell nobody how to eat, but just, take the little steps to try to ensure that you're doing everything you can. And don't let people tell you, oh, you fat, or oh, you obese. You're in this body. You know how much load you carry. You know what you're going through. Just do these things for yourself and try to be consistent with it, okay? All right, guys, Granna's about to get out of here. You guys have a great day. Be kind to everybody, and I am going to check y'all out next time around.